Morning, YouTube. How y'all? It's been a while. Been busy and not busy all at the same time. It's kind of weird. My wife and I bought a house up in Northeast Texas and got out of our RV, so I was able to set my room up again. Actually get to hobby a little bit and do some of the things I like to do, my artworks, things like that. The aircraft stuff is probably going to be real slim for a while, and maybe even none. I'm actually looking at taking a full-time job somewhere. Not sure where that's going to be yet. Hopefully I'll know that today. Actually, I have an interview at 10 o'clock. It's probably about 8 o'clock right now. So anyway, I thought I would just shoot a video, a little update. You guys have been good enough to subscribe to my channel and watch the silly videos that I put out. We're gonna put out some more. Just a little bit different form. Y'all know I do a lot of epoxy art, stuff like that. Been doing these cup turning deals. I'm really enjoying that. Also, you know, the acrylic painting stuff, I'm kind of got my things set up to do that again. We've been doing a lot of 3D printing. So between the 3D printing, the modeling, the acrylic painting, and epoxy art, we're gonna have a lot to do. So I think I'm coming on here to actually tell y'all, we're gonna rebrand the channel. Still gonna be Pops something, don't know just yet. But the aircraft detail and restoration is probably going away. I haven't worked in over 3 months at the aircraft facility. That's hurt my pocketbook more than anything. Y'all know I was kind of fed up with it a little bit. The industry is not what it used to be. When I started doing this stuff when I was a kid with my dad in '91, wholesale detail was a big thing. And for y'all, I mean, y'all know that that's what I was doing. I was working for an aircraft broker, restoring, refinishing, doing things like that for him and his company. Well, now his company has moved on to doing bigger and better things, and they don't necessarily need what I do all the time. They have a young man that is there now doing just light buffing, washing, stuff like that. Which, I mean, you know, we could do that too, but it's a hassle for me. I now live 75 miles away from that facility that I worked at. We had the travel trailer there and I stayed on site, but that's a lot of money out of my pocket. It's extra groceries, it's fuel, it's my time out there, you know. And sometimes with the industry changing the way it has and their industry changing the way it has, that's just not feasible, really and truly. So, like I said, we bought a house up in Hugh Springs area, and I really like it. I've met some really good folks. Really love the house, and the area itself. Northeast Texas is absolutely beautiful. The back roads are awesome. I've been riding the bike quite a bit, getting to enjoy doing some things. Of course, that's because I haven't been working. But, you know, that should end shortly, I hope. We're interviewing for a place here in town today at 10. So anyway, like I said, I wanted to come on and talk to y'all about the rebrand of things. Still going to be doing the epoxy stuff, the restoration stuff on some things. I have a few projects that I want to work on. I still have like my KZ, my 78 Kawasaki KZ 650 that I'm going to be building. We're going to be painting Betty before too much longer, my bike, my Road King. And then I've got the Ranger too. I need to get my Ranger back looking like it used to. So we've got some restoration detail stuff we'll still be doing a little bit. And then I don't know what I'm going to be doing at my new job. We might actually be able to post some of that stuff too. We'll see. Hopefully we get that. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and say thank you for the people that have subscribed lately, all the views, the kind words, all of that, and ask that you stick around and continue to tune in. We're going to be doing quite a bit. Like I said, I've got my room set up here. Y'all see that here in the next part of the video. Just a little walk around of what we're doing here in the shop. And once again, thank you very much. Later. So, on the model car side of things, we got lots of parts and pieces, and there's some projects hiding over here in the side. But I pulled this old car here out because I really wanted to get back. And sorry about the shaky hands and all. It's, well, I'm getting old. I started this car in 2017, I think. It's a 71 Duster, which probably one of my favorite cars. I grew up riding in one of these. My mom had one when I was a very young little lad. So anyway, this car is all aftermarket parts. Man, I can't even remember the name of the company I got this stuff from. Beautiful pieces, like the strut front end and stuff. Absolutely gorgeous brakes, control arms, the photo etched 4-link is really, really nice. Kind of was building this car up as a drag and drive car. When that stuff started getting really popular, I was going to build a few cars because I would, if I had time and money to do it, that's what I would do. I would do some drag and drive stuff. I think it's a lot of fun. Good way to get out and about and enjoy your vehicle. So anyway, this thing fell off the stand the other day and broke the control arm off the passenger side and the outer stub of the axle stub of the rear end. Broke it off, so I have to do a little mending. But I had made a set of wheels for this car by taking a Viper. This is from the 95 Viper, I believe it was. I can't remember now what year that car was. And we took the factory wheels that come with the car, the rally wheels, and just made some rims. Was able to use these big old fat tires. Love them, man. They look really good on the car. I'm not coordinated enough to get that in there right now, but you get the idea. They look really good on the car. They're monster. So we're going to do some of the newer Viper interior pieces and all that. It's a twin turbo 340, because this is a 340 Duster. Really hard to find model car aftermarket parts for the 340. There's just not much out there. So we took some small block Chevy turbos and made up a few pieces for it. The engine's all in pieces right now. I've got the intake made up and got the turbos mounted. I'll show that in a later video. They're all in a box put up right now. So we've also been printing a bunch of stuff. This is a set of Forge Line wheels that I printed, wheels and tires, from a file on Cults 3D, and then used the Green Stuff Chrome, or Green World stuff, whatever, Green Stuff World, to paint and chrome these wheels. And I didn't do any prep. This was just a test, so they still wouldn't have needed to have been sanded really good to get some of the print lines out. But it came out really nice. I like the wheel. It looks good. Forge Line wheels are always a plus. So anyway, we'll do a little walk around the room here. Sorry. This is the new hobby shop. My wife and I moved out of the RV and bought us a house Little town in northeast Texas. Really liking it. It's a small town, like 1,800 people. Really nice people, man. We've met some really good folks here. Got an interview at 10 at the Ford House here locally, so we'll see how that works out. And anyway, here's the acrylic painting station. And you can see I've been working on this aircraft diorama. This thing was really good. I'm going to shoot a video of this thing here later today. While I've got the time, I'm going to start shooting some videos, seeing what we can get going here. So, acrylic paints. Most all the paints I have stashed over there in kind of the 3D print area, and where I'm just keeping all that kind of stuff. I've got a handful of things out that I've been working with, and then a box of stuff I still got to get put up. I'm probably going to build me a shelf on this wall here to just hang or stack all of my bottles of and tubes of paint. So then we've got the model side of things. The model desk turned out pretty good. Really not enough room to build on, so eventually I'm probably going to change that out or move around a little bit in here, try to make it a little bit different. But got the project section, which you can see the broke off control arm and axle stub for the duster. There's my truck sitting back there in the back, and the green Mustang. The green Mustang we're gonna do a full video on. This is a totally 3D printed Ken Block Hoonigan Mustang, the version 1. Really cool. I can use bits and pieces off of that for lots of things. Also, we 3D printed a 67 Cougar body. 67 Cougar. It came out a little wavy. So we're going to redo the sports and all the stuff and reprint this car. But I used a chassis that I printed as a Street Beast chassis or whatever. I can't remember what the name of it was now. Aftermarket chassis. We're going to build like a Pro Tour 67 Cougar out of that. My 55, 56 Ford still back there hiding. The fuel altered and Jody's Malco. I'll get back on them one day. Those are deep projects. deep projects. Oh, and my motorcycle fell over. Dang it. I'm gonna have to fix that. So anyway, then we have the 3D print station. It needs help, but it works, you know. It's tight, it's small, but it works. And then we've got the epoxy pouring station. Needs to be much bigger, but right now it works. This is the newest cup that I just did. This is my cup. I use this cup almost every day. Kind of wanted to do a planet theme. Like, if you see pictures of Jupiter, how the clouds swirl around it. When you get in here and really look, you can see, man, it's got some depth. It's very 3D. I'll do a full video on it later too. And then we've got all the knick-knack stuff, you know. Junk 3D printed stuff that just didn't come out. Those are all Star Wars characters for a board I'm working on. We'll also shoot a video of that later on today. And just some of my knick-knack stuff. Hot Wheels cars. The rest of the collection is still in a box. My dad's old Wile E. Coyote that used to ride in the Cyclone with us. And just some memorabilia stuff. There's a few things up here that are keepsake things. My dad's little stuff, you know, leftover hot rods, things like that. So anyway, this is a little view of the room. It's a painting I'm working on right now. Be a night sky looking straight up, and then the trees all around. Should be a really cool picture when it's done. There's another canvas painted up and ready to go. So I'm gonna try to keep at it, see what we can get going. thank y'all for all the likes, support, subscribing, trying to get up there and get more subscribers. Eventually, one day, I really want to focus on this YouTube channel a lot. It's just been kind of hectic here lately, trying to balance looking for work and not being really in the right frame of mind to be in this room. Gotta be in a really good frame of mind to be in here. At least I do. So anyway, thank you guys so much for all the likes and shares and subscriptions here lately. We've gained a few subscribers. That's awesome. And man, keep coming back. We'll be here. Thank y'all.